Chapter 1. The Good Girl. You are 5 years old and you already know what makes adults smile. When your mother asks you to put away your toys, you do it immediately. When your teacher asks for help passing out papers, your hand shoots up first. When your grandparents visit, you perform your little songs without being asked twice. Their faces light up. They call you such a good girl. The words feel warm, like sunlight on your skin. You store that feeling in your chest. This is what love feels like. This is how you earn it. You notice something else too. When you cry because you're tired, your mother's face tightens. Don't be difficult, she says. When you say you don't want to hug a relative, your father laughs it off and guides you into the embrace anyway. Don't be rude, he says. She's family. You learn quickly. Your wants are negotiable. Other people's comfort is not. AT school. You're the child who never causes problems. You share your snacks even when you're still hungry. You let other kids go first in games. You apologize when someone else bumps into you. The teachers love you. What a thoughtful little girl. They say to your parents beam. You beam with them. But sometimes late at night, you lie in bed and try to remember what you actually wanted that day. The answer doesn't come easily. The question itself feels strange in your mind. You are 5 years old and you are already disappearing. One small yes at a time. Chapter 2. Everyone's friend. Middle school is a marketplace of belonging, and you've found your currency. Being useful. You're the friend who remembers everyone's birthdays, who brings tissues when someone cries, who stays late to help clean up after parties, who listens for hours about problems you're not allowed to mention yourself. Girls gravitate toward you. You feel important for the first time. Needed. But the friendship has an unspoken contract. You give, they receive. When you hint at needing support, conversations suddenly end. You're so strong, they say. You'll figure it out. So you do. You figure out how to swallow loneliness, how to laugh off being excluded, how to say it's fine when it isn't. There's a girl in your class who says no without apologizing. She leaves parties when she's tired. She tells people when they've hurt her. Sometimes she loses friends over it. You watch her with fascination. How does she do that? You wonder. How does she risk being disliked? You try once. A friend asks to copy your homework. You've worked on it all night. You're tired. The word no forms on your tongue. But then you see her face, expectant, trusting, and the word dissolves. Sure. You hear yourself say, of course. She walks away happy. You sit with a hollow feeling in your stomach. You don't have a name for it yet. It's resentment. It's grief. It's the sound of yourself, slowly erasing your own edges. Chapter 3. The Reliable One. By high school, you've perfected the performance. You're the reliable one. The one who never flakes. The one who can be counted on. It sounds like a compliment. It feels like a cage. College brings new freedom, but old patterns travel well. You join every club that asks. You take notes for friends who skip class. You're the roommate who always cleans the common areas, even when it's not your turn. You say yes to double shifts at your part-time job because they ask nicely. Your first serious relationship begins with gratitude. He tells you how easy you are, how low maintenance, how you never make demands. It sounds like praise. You wear it like armor. But slowly, the dynamic reveals itself. You drive to his place every weekend. He never comes to yours. You plan the dates. You remember his mother's birthday. You apologize when you're upset, even when he's the one who hurt you. One night, you're crying in his kitchen because he forgot your birthday. He looks genuinely confused. You never said it mattered, he says. And you realize he's right. You never said. You expected him to know. You expected someone to notice without being told. That's the thing about being easy to love. Sometimes no one learns how to love you properly. They just learn how to take. You're 21 years old and you're starting to understand. You've been teaching people how to treat you, and you've been teaching them wrong. Chapter 4. Breaking under the weight. Your 20s arrive with a checklist of expectations. Build a career. Maintain friendships. Be a good partner. Help your family. Stay in shape. Be emotionally available. Say yes to opportunities. Say yes to favors. Say yes to everything. You say yes. At work, you're the person who stays late, who covers for others, who takes on projects no one wants. Your boss calls you indispensable. You call it survival. If you stop being useful, what's left? Your friends call when they need to vent. You listen. You offer solutions. You show up. But when you're struggling, your texts go unanswered for days. You tell yourself they're busy. You tell yourself you're being needy for expecting reciprocity. Your relationship is fraying. You're exhausted all the time. He says you seem distant. You want to scream, "I'm not distant. I'm depleted." But you don't. You apologize instead. You promise to try harder. The breaking point doesn't arrive dramatically. It's a Tuesday. You're standing in your kitchen, staring at your phone. 3 messages from work. 2 from friends asking for favors. 1 from your mom wondering why you haven't called. Your chest tightens. Your vision blurs. Your hands start shaking. You slide down the cabinet until you're sitting on the floor. You can't breathe. You can't move. You can't say yes to one more thing. Your body has finally said what your mouth never could. Stop. You call in sick for the first time in 3 years. You turn off your phone. You lie on your bedroom floor and cry, not from sadness, but from relief. For the first time, you've chosen yourself. And the world didn't end. Chapter 5. Where did you go? Therapy is where the questions begin. What do you want? You stare at your therapist. The question feels like a trap. I want to make people happy. She smiles gently. And what do you want? Not for them. For you. You don't know. You genuinely don't know. When was the last time you made a decision based solely on your own preference? The answer might be never. She introduces you to a concept. Boundaries. The word sounds harsh, like a wall. She reframes it. Boundaries aren't walls, she says. They're gates. You get to decide who comes in and what they bring. You start small. You decline a coffee invitation because you're tired. The guilt hits you like a physical wave. You check your phone constantly, expecting anger, rejection, punishment. The friend sends a heart emoji. No worries. Next time. You're stunned. The catastrophe you predicted didn't happen. You read books about people-pleasing. You learn about childhood conditioning, about how some children become hyper-attuned to caregivers' needs as a survival strategy, about how good girl can be a gentle prison. You cry over the childhood you lost, the preferences you never developed, the voice you never used. You grieve the years spent as a supporting character in your own life. But something else is growing too. A quiet, stubborn voice. It's small, but it's yours. What do I want? For the first time, you're willing to sit with the question, even if the answer takes time. Chapter 6. No is a complete sentence. Healing is messy. You practice saying no, and sometimes you cry afterward. You set a boundary, and someone pushes back. You prioritize yourself and feel selfish for days. Some people don't like the new version of you. The friend who only called when she needed something stops calling. The coworker who dumped extra work on you finds someone else to exploit. Your ex tells you you've changed. He's right. You have. You lose some relationships. It hurts more than you expected. But slowly, you notice what's growing in the empty spaces. New connections. People who ask what you need and wait for the answer. People who respect no without making it a negotiation. You meet someone who doesn't need you to be easy. Who asks what you're feeling. Who notices when you're quiet and checks in. Who says, you don't have to earn this. At work, you stop volunteering for everything. Surprisingly, people respect you more. Your boss asks your opinion on priorities. You give it. The world doesn't collapse. You start making decisions based on what you actually want. Small ones at first. What to eat. What to watch. What to wear. Then bigger ones. Where to live. Who to spend time with. What kind of love you'll accept. There are still days when the old voice whispers, just say yes. It's easier. Don't be difficult. But now you recognize it. It's not wisdom. It's fear. And fear doesn't get to drive anymore. You are learning that saying no to others is saying yes to yourself. That boundaries aren't rejection, they're self-respect. That you can be kind and firm at the same time. You are learning that you were never meant to be everything to everyone. You are learning that you are enough, even when you're inconvenient.